Hello everyone, this is LW Gaming and welcome back for another video of Sword of Convallaria. Today we're going to be taking a look at what we got what's new for this week, of course. Today is the new week for this game. Every Friday there's going to be an update. So first off, we got this event. I think this is the new event that was here once more for you to start grinding in Spiral Destinies. Even though I don't think I ever made any advancements there just yet, but hopefully soon. But for now, I'm gonna have to put my mind on the current chapter because in the Fool's Journey, because there's a new chapter available as well. But first, let's talk about the Voyager Conundrum because this one is actually that means you're gonna need to like work with your guild once more. This does come back once in a while, so yeah, having this event back is actually pretty nice. So yeah, you're gonna need to work on this for what at least 1 week. So make sure you don't miss a single day because if you miss one, then that's too bad because you're gonna have to scroll up in your guild chat to see the codes. Or if someone's nice enough, they could probably memorize it in their notepad or whatever to keep the codes in for all those days that they got. But remember to get all those entered before the next week because if you forgot to do that, then yeah, you're gonna miss out some of it. So yeah, but better get those codes in as soon as possible because they do give you a lot of those hope luck sites, which will help you go towards your summons. And speaking of Fool's Journey, a new chapter has been unlocked. So yeah, chapter 12 is now available for you to play. So yeah, I'm currently at chapter 7, so we're kind of not far behind from this, but hopefully soon I'll get there. But I mean they will be releasing chapters like constantly, which means that it's almost impossible for me to reach the end. But, it is what it is. I mean, this game is still not complete when it comes to the Fool's Journey path or content, I mean. There'll be more levels later on, of course. And we could potentially see a level cap increase as well. Because in Languisher when you do like a when you do certain content, eventually the levels will become a bit harder. And then sometimes the game will just give you like a higher level cap to compensate the gameplay. Something like that. I don't know if SOC is gonna do that, but we'll see. Because right now level 60 is still the max level for as of now. And let's take a look at the banners. I think the notification kind of spoiled what it was. So let's take a look what it is actually. Let's go to the banners and see what we got here. So anyways, Hasna is gonna be here for 1 more week. So if you haven't got her by now, please do get her as soon as possible. Because she is very unique. She does magic damage as well as being a seeker. Pretty nice. And this banner right here is new for this week. So we got Inanna and Alexei's Destined banner, and I gotta say, even though this banner is good, it's great for some players. For me, I can safely skip this because for one, I already got both. I already got both of them. I got Inanna and I also got Alexei. So I'm still gonna run through what they do, but you might know who Inanna is because she is basically Liana version of SOC. So let's walk through what she does actually. So first things first, let's talk about her trait real quick. Pearl of Iria. At the start of battle, Inanna summons one guard of the princess unit, which is the guardian, of course, the one that's like using defender's role. At the end of the turn, she heals the two allies with the lowest HP percentage with 4 tiles. I mean, within 4 tiles of herself, for 25% of her M attack, and grants them one random level 2 buffs for 2 turns. And the guard of the princess's attack and defense increased by 15%. The skill to summon guard of the princess can be used an additional 2 times per battle. So initially at like a 1 star or whatever, well, I think starting at 1 stars. Anyways, Indiana is gonna only summon one of those guards, but if you upgrade her to 5 stars, she will be able to summon 2 times, which will makes her really valuable for your team. Pretty nice. Like she has a personal guard, which will give you additional units for you to work with, such as tanks. Anyways, the guard. This is one of her skill. Is a support skill and is an instant teleports the guard of the princess in front of Inanna and grants the guard potential burst for 2 turns. When the guard is defeated, the skill summons a new guard of the princess. Oh my, that's actually pretty good. I don't think I ever used this personally, but yeah. So potential burst is that it increases the attack by 20% and defense by 40% and grants attribute debuff block. So yeah, the attribute debuff will not affect this guard when this is active. So which is pretty nice. And also if the guard ends up dying all of a sudden while in this period, she's gonna be able to it's just gonna be able to use the skill again to summon the guard. Yeah, so that means you're not really locked out if your guard is dead. You can summon another one with this. Pretty nice. I might consider switching to that one later on, but we'll see. Princess's Comfort. This is the one that heals every ally within 2 blocks of her for 60% of her M attack and dispels 2 of the debuffs. So I gotta say, this skill is quite powerful to use when it comes to healing multiple units at once. And then we also have Princess's Prayer. This is the one that grants Act Again. Allows one ally that has already acted to act again. And grants this ally attack 2 up and magic defense 2 up for 2 turns. If the target is the guard of the princess, additionally heals the guard for 60% M attack. So yeah, her healing will be much more powerful if you use it on her guards. But for the best advice, the act again is best used on other characters you have on your team. Although it's a nice perk for you to get bonuses if you do that to a guard, which, in most scenarios, guards aren't really that as strong as your actual characters. So, yeah, think wisely when it comes to using act again. Imagine this with Liana from Languisher. We also have Battlefield Trial. As a reaction skill, decreases damage taken by 8% for each character defeated within 5 tiles around the character. Increases M attack by 6%, up to 30%. So I kind of thinking the guards counts as a character dying, but we'll see if this will actually work. But it'll be interesting if it does work. And finally, Flight of the Princess. This is a healing skill. Inanna sacrifices 90% of her current HP. To dispel all debuffs, she gains invisibility and healing 5 up, and expands the range of the trait skill by 2 times. She heals all allies within range. All effects last for 2 turns. So yeah, this skill does look in fact quite powerful when it comes to healing everyone around. But however, here's the catch. This also leaves her vulnerable when it comes to AoE attacks, because invisibility is great, which basically prevents them from targeting her. But the thing is, if she got hit by AoE, then yeah, hope that she survives. Otherwise, she's gonna die. Powerful, but vulnerable at the same time. So yeah, I honestly never use this skill because it's a high risk, high reward kind of thing when it comes to healing. And fortunately, since she is a healer, her speed is set really low on purpose so that we can heal last. Pretty clever game design. And this is what she looks like initially, if you're wondering. And this is what she looks like at 5 stars. Looks pretty nice. Although I never got to that point just yet. I mean, one of my units is going to be close to 5 stars, and that is Gloria, my first legendary character ever since. Well, actually, wait. I think my first one was actually Guzman, the guy that looks like a zombie. I think he's a zombie. I think. So, anyways, back to the factions. She's part of Iria, which makes sense because she is part of that faction. She's also part of Discipline, as well as Sword of Convallaria. Funny enough, the game's name. Okay, and then moving on to Alexei, or Alexei actually. Anyways, he is a force to be reckoned with when it comes to despite being a defender, he can actually do a lot of dirty work. which I'm going to talk about really soon. So his trait. Alexei becomes immune to resolve block. His attack is increased by 20%, and he ignores the effect of frosty tiles. Yeah, that's actually quite huge for him. Like he likes the cold, and he's immune to the effects of the frosty tiles. So that means anything that you see on the battlefield that has like frost on it, Alexei just simply just gonna walk over it like nothing. And there's another part. Alexei possesses unlimited resolve until the start of the next 2 turns, dispelling 2 debuffs and gain toughness. His trait attributes bonuses double, yeah. This effect has a cooldown of 7 turns and cannot be dispelled or immunized. So yeah, you're probably thinking, what does unlimited resolve does? Well, it's essentially a revive mechanic added to him. So let's see what this is. Anyways, unlimited resolve is basically when defeated, returns to battle and recovers a certain amount of HP. Can be triggered infinitely. So that means no matter how many times you go down, you cannot die when this is active. And you gain toughness, which gains immunity to injury and dying effects. So yeah, even though if your character is like in the 70% or 30% HP threshold, that does not really hinder him at all. And then the trait, anyways, the trait of course makes sense here. So basically, the trait that you get here will be doubled. So yeah, he making him extremely dangerous when he's in his revival state. And now let's talk about his skills here. So basic attack, frenzied slash, deals 110% damage. If the target is defeated, the character recovers 1 NRG. Pretty nice. And then he also have Wild Howl. This is a 1 NRG cost, 5 turn cooldown. Pierce damage. Alexei deals damage equal to 40% of his M attack and inflicts move 2 down and attack 3 down to all enemies within 3 tiles of him, lasting for 2 turns. Yeah, this skill is pretty strong. Like, it does magic damage, which is something unique to him, even though his usual attack is based on his physical, of course. And Whirlwind Axe as a physical damage. Alexei deals 90% damage to all enemies within 2 tiles around himself. Every enemy defeated by this skill reduces the cooldown of the trait effect by 1 turn. So yeah, this skill is really good for AoE usage here. And then we also have Brute Bear Counter. And this is a reaction skill. Performs a strike back when hit by an active attack from the front or side, dealing 70% physical damage to the attacker. The effect can be activated up to 2 times per round. Yeah, that right there is really strong. If you have this as your reaction skill. So yeah, this is pretty strong. And then here it is. Anger of Ice Field is a physical damage. Alexei selects 1 enemy within a cross-shaped range to charge at, deals 50% damage, and inflicts stun for 1 turn. Additionally, he deals 50% ice AoE damage to all enemies within 2 tiles around the target. After attacking, he gains Warrior of Frost for 2 turns. So let's see what Warrior of Frost is actually. So it is a buff, reduce damage taken by 30%, and increase the distance the character can move by 1 tile when moving on frosty tiles. Yeah, whenever he walks on those frosty tiles, this enables him to be able to move further. So I can imagine that he's going to work well with other characters like Simona, despite them not in the same factions, I think. Let me take a look what factions they are really quick. So he is part of Drifter, which, nope, not part of Simona's faction. Aggression, again, nope, not in the same faction. So, yeah, he's not in the same faction as Simona. So, I mean, they're both a really good pair, despite them being different factions. And this is what he looks like initially when you got him. Looks pretty nice. And then here is what it looks like as a 5 stars. And also as a bonus, since I got both of them already, I can just show you guys the full kit there. So Inanna, let's look at Inanna first. She is right here. She's almost 5 stars, to my surprise. Anyways, this is what her skills are. I think I could probably unlock... Nope, not yet. So anyways, as you can see here, this is the path I got for her. I personally will want this skill, but for now I am gonna save my Castelia. I think that's how you call it. Yeah. Anyways, this is a skill that we saw, and this is what the other ones they have. You can pause the video if you want to read it for yourselves, because if I just read it out loud like this, this could probably take a long time for me to get through all of it. So I'm just gonna go through all of this to get you an idea. Okay, Battlefield Trial. I think that's the one that we saw already. Protection of Light. That's the common skill. We also have Light of Sanction. Soulmate. Okay. And then these are the basic attacks that you can change to. And then finally the rank 11 skills. Yep, pretty nice. And now let's look at Alexei. Yep, here it is. Anyways, this is what his look like. And he counts with Leg Slam if you preferred. I mean, this is the common skill that Matha also had. And this is the other. Oh yeah, and this is the one skill I didn't mention earlier. This one is actually pretty good, especially against enemies that can attack you from range. So this is a support skill. The character's strike back range is increased by 2 tiles. When performing a strike back, physical damage is increased by 85%. And the character gain 1 strike back count and counter attack. This effect lasts for 2 turns. So this skill essentially enables him to counter attack from range as long as they're 2 blocks away. And secondly, this will also add one more counter point. So yeah, usually you will have 2 counters from his like trait or whatever, or whatever this other skill has. Now you get one additional one, which makes it a 3. So yeah, this skill is pretty powerful, gotta say. And here's the other one if you prefer, but I think this will make him a tank if you prefer this way, but yeah. Anyways, the choice is yours. You don't need to follow what I did here. Yeah, so far, so good for Alexei. And that's all it from me for this video. So hope y'all find this video informative, helpful. I'll see y'all next time.